Alright, so this is going to be a video about the differentiation of the natural log function. Now to kind of introduce this, I'm going to try to find the antiderivative of this function 1 over x here. So I'm looking for capital F of x of this function. So here we go. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do to find the antiderivative of this is rewrite it. So instead of it saying 1 over x, it's going to say x to the negative 1 power. Okay, so then I'm going to use the power rule only in reverse to try to figure out the antiderivative of this. So, if you remember our power rule in reverse, we would add 1 to the power instead of subtracting 1. So then you would have x to the 0 power. And then from there you have to divide it by whatever that new power is. So in this case, the new power is 0, so we would be dividing by 0. But this gives us a kind of a problem here. So it says x to the 0 divided by 0. So this would be 1 over 0, or 0 to the 0 power over 0. Either way, the answer would be undefined. You would not be able to have a function that's divided by 0. So we cannot do this. So you can kind of guess where we're headed with this. If you can't find the antiderivative of this 1 to the negative x, then there's some other function that we need to be able to figure this out. And that's where the natural log function comes into play. So now we're actually going to talk about what the antiderivative is of this 1 over x. So here we go. So the antiderivative of 1 over x, I'm going to solve this using the indefinite integral, or antiderivative of 1 over x with respect to x. And this is equal to ln x plus c. But if you remember with ln x, the x has to be greater than 0 because you can't put a negative value in for the ln of x. So x has to be greater than 0. Another way of looking at it would be to say the ln absolute value of x plus c. So the derivative of this natural log of x would be going backwards. So here I found the antiderivative. You'd have to go backwards to get the derivative of 1 over x. So that means that the derivative with respect to x of ln x absolute value would be equal to 1 over x. So that is the differentiation of natural log. It's equal to 1 over x. You're going to be solving some problems using this, so if you have any questions about this, let me know.